Alright, we're finishing this set that I've got. There we go. That's it. We're gonna gaze upon it. This is the end. So I've watched the last two films of this set. Wow, I love this set. I can't wait to get stuck into the next one soon. Not too. I want to take a break from these films for a little bit, just so we get a little bit of a break in and come back to it a little fresh and be like, yeah, brand new set of films. But yeah, let's talk about these films. But right now we're talking about this one, Heroes of the East, which is kind of a strange title. I don't know, it just feels a little strange. Because I guess there's not really a villain of this movie. Weirdly. There's only really one main character. Well, there's two main characters, really, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of have a villain, but more of an antagonist type thing. Let me find where the fuck the synopsis is. I'll read through that, talk a little bit about it, and we'll all go home. So this is spoilers, so I'm just gonna say right now, I do actually really like this film. I think this is one of my favorites of the set. Personally, yeah, this is one to watch. It's a fun one. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I'm gonna read this. Bear in mind, I am not Chinese. I had to tell someone that once. Very confusing. Tell them, it's like, by the way, I am not Chinese. Honestly, it was a joke. Anyway, I do actually. Don't worry. Find a good position for this. Because I got to find a good position to read this. So, Hui Tao marries a Japanese girl, Yamuki, in a marriage arranged by his father, a merchant based in Japan, who wishes to cement his business relations with the girl's father, Kaitin. Hui Tao is a scholar and a martial artist who practices Chinese martial arts. Hu Tao knew Yabuki in her youth in Japan, but after he was sent back to China for further studies, he forgot about her until his father brought her to China to arrange their marriage. Basically, yeah, there's like the film starts. He's like, no, I'm like sick. No, we can't get married. No, and then he basically sees her and just goes, I'm in. Let's go. He's just like, yeah, I'll do it. It's hard life being me. Yeah. Hui's neighbors think he beats his wife. Yep. Making her cry out every morning. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, baby, she's crying out every morning. Not crying out because she's getting beaten, she's crying out because she's in. Anyway. Who was surprised by the rumors? Who is surprised by the rumors, and one morning he wakes up early and follows her. He finds her practicing karate and judo, and realizes that the cries she makes are as she practices are what the neighbors have heard. There we go. Ho wants his wife to practice Chinese kung fu instead of Japanese martial arts, but she refuses, leading to a contest, constant arguments between the couple. One day, Yamuki discovers a martial arts practice room filled with Chinese weapons, places all her martial arts instruments in the room, and puts aside her husband's weapons. Basically, the whole film is literally these two people just going, nah, mate, Japanese martial arts are better. Nah, Chinese martial arts are better. Nah, Japanese. Nah, Chinese. It's a whole thing. And they basically just keep getting in arguments. I feel like this film would be solved a lot quicker if these two would just fuck. Honestly, it would be, the film would be solved so much quicker if they just fucked. It's the problem. They're just like, I think there's too much tension. And you know what they need? They need to fuck. I feel like they haven't fucked. I think that's the problem. These two they just need to. Yeah, they just need to fuck. Just get over with and just fucking. They'll relax them. They're just too angry and that, but yeah. When Ho returns home, he sees what his wife has done. He is furious and challenges her to a martial arts competition. Japanese style versus Chinese style. After their battle, Yumiko returns to Japan, making Ho's father annoyed and her own father angry. At home in Japan, he practices Japanese martial arts with a handsome Japanese martial artist. Takino. Ho's father returns to China to scold his son and insists he brings Yumuki back to China. Ho's servant addresses him that Yumuki may return if he writes her a letter challenging her to another martial arts competition. However, this letter arouses the national feeling of the Japan Martial Arts Association, and it sends a representative of each of the Japanese fighting styles, kendo, karate, judo, etc. I think it's like, I'm trying to remember, like the other guys like ninjutsu and stuff like that, to Japan to take part in a challenge and defend the perceived slight of Japan's martial arts traditions. Uta takes up the mantle of Chinese martial artists and goes up against each one of the Japanese fighters, showing his skill and bravery in a series of one-on-one fights. Yeah. Basically does. There's some cool like fights he does with each individual one. One with like the judo guy where he basically kind of oils up to beat him. Too slippery to grab. Gets naked and he oils up. He gets half naked and oils up. 3 stick. Beat like the guy with nunchucks. Challenges one of the main early problems is he beats the guy who's a the swordsman. But he offends the swordsman because the swordsman offers him his sword. Like, hey, you have beaten me, take my sword. But he doesn't fucking understand and goes, what? I don't understand. Why are you handing sword? He's like, I don't want shitty Japanese sword, I am Chinese. There might be a little bias in this where it's just like, there's quite clearly a little bit of a bias to Chinese stuff. I mean, Chinese, well, it's a film made in Hong Kong. I should say it's British technically, because just saying this country was under the rule of Britain until 1997, so these are technically all British films. I'm just saying, if we're calling semantics, these are British films. Just saying. It's like, just saying. But no, honestly, this is just like one of my favorites. I kind of like the domestic of these two fighting each other. It just makes me laugh. This movie would just be solved by if they fucked. My only issue is I kind of would like it because he like beats all these individual masters. There's a cool bit where he like practices to broaden his horizons. He practices drunken boxing. I mean, basically, like there's a drunken boxing master, and he kind of just observes his movement. Which a lot of these films sometimes are like, oh, we're trained for like, a few years. This one, he's just like, yeah, just trained in an afternoon, just watched a guy, and that's how I learned all his moves. It's like, what? You did what, mate? Yeah, so that's that. Where I'm just like, really? I don't know, maybe part of me would like it more if it was like more of a tournament. They're like, yeah, because he beats each person, and you're like, really? I kind of would have liked it if it was more of like a tournament setting. Maybe that's my only issue with the film. I'm just like, it'd be cool if it was like a tournament setting of just like, okay, these are the Chinese masters of different martial arts, and these are the Japanese masters of martial arts. Where it's literally just this one guy if I can go, yeah, I just took them all down, mate. I took all the Japanese masters, took them down. Like, really? But anyway, that's just that. But honestly, I think this is a great one. What's the alternate title? US, they called it Shaolin Challenges Ninja. It kind of fits. Or Challenge of the Ninja. I'm not going to pronounce either the Mandarin or the Cantonese versions. Let's be honest, I'm already pretty bad at just pronouncing Chinese names. Should I say British names? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to offend some people. But, you know, who cares? I can offend the Chinese girl. Who the fuck gives a shit? What? Who's... I did. Yeah. Anyway, this is a good film. I quite like this one. I think this one might be one of my favourites. It's a little silly. I think this is definitely one of the ones worth watching. Yeah. For now I say, live long and prosper. And I'll see you next time for Dirty Ho. I'm not joking. I'm talking about Dirty Ho. That is the next film. I'll see you then. Bye!